Have you renewed your driver's license recently? If you're age 55 or older, what we're about to discuss could be one of the most important updates you'll hear this year. Across the United States, new driver's license renewal requirements are being introduced and expanded in 2026. While many people assume these are simply routine paperwork changes, transportation officials and state agencies say the reality is much more significant. For millions of Americans over 55, future license renewals may involve additional reviews, updated testing procedures, vision screenings, medical evaluations, or even road assessments depending on where they live. And here's what makes this especially important. Many drivers don't learn about these requirements until they receive a renewal notice or arrive at their local DMV office. By then, some discover they must complete additional steps before their license can be renewed. Today, we're going to break down exactly what is changing, why these changes are happening, which states are implementing stricter reviews, and what every driver over 55 should do right now to protect their driving privileges. Because for many Americans, a driver's license isn't just a piece of plastic. It's freedom. It's independence. It's the ability to visit family, attend medical appointments, go grocery shopping, participate in community activities, and maintain control over daily life. Losing that independence can have a major impact both financially and emotionally. Let's begin with the biggest question. Why are states changing license renewal requirements in the first place? According to transportation safety experts, the goal is not to punish older drivers. In fact, many drivers over 55 have decades of safe driving experience and maintain excellent driving records. However, state agencies point to several factors that can affect driving ability as people age. Changes in vision, reduced reaction times, certain medical conditions, medication side effects, and changes in cognitive processing. These factors do not affect everyone equally. Many older adults remain highly capable drivers well into their 70s, 80s, and beyond. But transportation departments argue that periodic evaluations help ensure drivers can safely operate vehicles under modern traffic conditions. Another reason for these changes involves how driving environments have evolved. Roads today look very different from the roads many drivers first learned on decades ago. New traffic patterns, more roundabouts, advanced vehicle technology, distracted driving laws, digital traffic systems, changes in right-of-way rules, and increasing traffic density in many communities. Officials say renewal reviews provide an opportunity to ensure drivers remain familiar with current laws and road conditions. Now here's where things become especially important. There is no single national rule. Requirements vary significantly from state to state. What applies in California may be completely different from what applies in Florida, Texas, New York, or Illinois. That's why understanding your state's specific requirements is essential. Let's look at some examples. California has been among the states receiving significant attention regarding license renewals for older drivers. Depending on age, driving history, and individual circumstances, some drivers may be required to complete vision screenings, knowledge tests, or additional reviews during the renewal process. California officials say these procedures are designed to balance public safety while preserving mobility for older residents. Florida is another state closely watched because of its large retiree population. State officials have emphasized the importance of vision standards and medical fitness evaluations in certain situations. Many drivers may complete renewals without difficulty, but specific conditions can trigger additional review requirements. Texas has also implemented procedures that allow additional assessment when concerns arise regarding driving ability, medical conditions, or safety issues. Again, not every driver will face these evaluations. However, understanding potential requirements before renewal day can help avoid surprises. New York continues to maintain standards involving vision testing and health-related reporting requirements under certain circumstances. Transportation officials stress that staying informed about renewal expectations can significantly reduce stress during the process. Illinois is often cited as one of the states with age-related review procedures that may include additional testing depending on age and individual circumstances. The exact requirements can change over time, making it essential for drivers to verify information directly with state agencies rather than relying on rumors or outdated information. And that brings us to one of the biggest misconceptions currently circulating online. Many social media posts claim that every driver over 55 will automatically be required to take a difficult road test. That is not necessarily true. In reality, requirements differ based on state law, age category, medical status, driving history, and other factors. Some drivers may only need a routine renewal. Others may need additional screening. The key is knowing what applies to you. Now let's discuss one of the most common renewal requirements being expanded in certain situations: the written knowledge test. For some drivers, the idea of taking a written test after decades of driving can feel intimidating. But transportation officials emphasize that these tests are generally designed to measure familiarity with current traffic laws rather than trick drivers. Unfortunately, many laws have changed over the years. Questions may involve modern roundabout procedures, new distracted driving regulations, pedestrian safety requirements, school zone rules, emergency vehicle protocols, and updated right-of-way situations. Many experienced drivers discover that some rules they learned decades ago have been revised. This is why officials recommend reviewing the current driver's handbook before any renewal appointment. In fact, one of the most common reasons people struggle with renewal tests is simple. They assume their existing knowledge is enough. Yet even small legal updates can appear on modern examinations. Transportation experts recommend downloading the latest driver's handbook directly from your state's DMV website and reviewing it carefully. Many departments also provide practice tests online. Completing these practice exams can help identify areas where knowledge may need refreshing. And remember, preparation matters. The goal isn't simply passing a test. The goal is maintaining confidence and ensuring you remain fully informed about current driving expectations. In the next section, we'll discuss the vision tests, cognitive screenings, medical evaluations, road assessments, and the critical mistakes that could put your license renewal at risk in 2026. Now let's continue with one of the most important parts of this entire discussion. For many drivers over 55, the biggest concern isn't the written test. It's the possibility of vision screenings, cognitive assessments, medical reviews, or even a road test. And this is where preparation can make a tremendous difference. Let's start with vision testing. Vision is one of the most critical skills required for safe driving. Drivers must be able to read road signs, identify hazards, judge distances, recognize pedestrians, and respond quickly to changing traffic conditions. Unfortunately, vision changes can occur gradually. Because those changes happen slowly, many people don't immediately notice them. They simply adapt. Perhaps they avoid driving at night. Perhaps they drive shorter distances. Perhaps they become uncomfortable in heavy traffic. Over time, these adjustments can become routine without the driver fully realizing that their vision has changed. This is one reason many states place significant emphasis on vision screenings during renewal processes. Transportation safety officials often describe vision testing as one of the simplest and most effective methods for identifying potential safety concerns. The good news is that many vision-related issues can be corrected. Updated prescription glasses, new contact lenses, cataract treatment, specialized vision care. These interventions often allow drivers to continue driving safely and confidently. Experts recommend scheduling a professional eye examination at least 60 days before any major renewal appointment. This provides sufficient time to address any issues that may be discovered. Now let's discuss another topic that often generates anxiety: cognitive screening. The phrase itself sounds intimidating. However, many people misunderstand what these evaluations are intended to measure. Cognitive assessments are generally designed to evaluate skills related to safe driving. These may include memory, attention, problem-solving, decision-making, and reaction speed. Officials emphasize that these screenings are not intended to embarrass anyone. Instead, they are designed to determine whether an individual can safely process information while operating a motor vehicle. Think about how many decisions drivers make every minute: traffic lights, pedestrians, speed limits, construction zones, lane changes, emergency vehicles, weather conditions, navigation instructions. Safe driving requires the brain to process enormous amounts of information continuously. As a result, some states may require additional evaluations when medical conditions, physician reports, accident histories, or other factors raise concerns. Again, this does not mean every older driver will face cognitive testing. Requirements vary significantly by state and individual circumstances. Another area receiving increased attention involves medical reviews. Many Americans take medications every day. Some medications have little or no impact on driving ability. Others can affect alertness, reaction times, coordination, or judgment. Certain medical conditions may also influence driving performance. This is why some state agencies request medical information during renewal reviews. Transportation departments are generally not looking for reasons to remove licenses. Instead, they are attempting to determine whether drivers can operate vehicles safely under current conditions. In many situations, physicians can provide documentation indicating that a condition is stable and well managed. That information may help support continued driving privileges. Now let's talk about the issue that creates the most fear for many drivers: road tests. The thought of taking a driving test decades after first receiving a license can be stressful. Some drivers immediately assume that failure is inevitable. However, driving instructors say that many concerns can be addressed through preparation and practice. Road tests typically focus on fundamental driving skills, maintaining proper lane position, observing traffic signs, using mirrors correctly, making safe turns, demonstrating awareness of surrounding traffic, following speed regulations, and responding appropriately to road conditions. One challenge is that many experienced drivers develop habits over time. Some habits are harmless, others may conflict with current driving standards. For example, incomplete stops at stop signs, improper lane changes, failure to check blind spots, or delayed signaling can become automatic behaviors. Drivers often don't realize these habits have developed until someone points them out. This is why transportation experts strongly recommend practice drives before any evaluation. Ask a trusted family member, ask a friend, ask a driving instructor. Have someone observe your driving honestly. The goal is not criticism. The goal is identifying potential issues before they become problems during an assessment. Now let's discuss something many people overlook. What happens if someone does not pass an evaluation? This is where understanding your rights becomes extremely important. Many drivers assume that one unsuccessful test automatically ends the process. That is not always true. In numerous states, drivers may have opportunities to appeal decisions, provide additional medical documentation, request reevaluations, or complete corrective actions. Deadlines often apply. Paperwork requirements may exist. Specific procedures vary by state. But knowing your options ahead of time can prevent unnecessary panic. This is why experts encourage drivers to learn their state's appeal procedures before renewal day arrives. Preparation creates confidence, and confidence often leads to better outcomes. Now let's talk about the real-world impact of losing driving privileges. For younger individuals, transportation alternatives may be readily available. For many older adults, however, the situation is different. A suspended license can affect nearly every aspect of daily life. Medical appointments become more difficult. Shopping becomes more complicated. Family visits may become less frequent. Community involvement may decrease. Social isolation can increase. Many retirees live in communities where public transportation options are limited. As a result, losing access to a vehicle can create substantial financial and emotional challenges. Some individuals may suddenly find themselves relying on rideshare services, private transportation providers, family members, neighbors, or community assistance programs. Transportation costs can increase significantly. The loss of independence can be even more difficult. This is why preparation matters so much. Now let's discuss the 7-step action plan experts recommend for protecting your license. Step 1. Contact your state's DMV directly. Do not rely on rumors. Do not rely on social media posts. Do not rely on outdated information. Requirements change. Only your state's official agency can provide current information regarding your renewal process. Step 2. Download and study the latest driver's handbook. Even experienced drivers benefit from reviewing updated laws and procedures. Remember, many traffic rules have changed over the years. Step 3. Schedule a professional vision examination. Do this well before your renewal deadline. Addressing vision issues early can prevent complications later. Step 4. Discuss driving fitness with your physician. Review medications. Discuss medical conditions. Address any concerns proactively. Step 5. Complete a structured practice drive. Identify weaknesses before evaluation day arrives. Correcting small issues now can prevent larger problems later. Step 6. Learn your appeal rights. Understand the process before you need it. Knowing your options provides peace of mind. Step 7. Prepare properly for assessment day. Get adequate sleep. Take medications as prescribed. Eat a healthy meal. Stay hydrated. Arrive early. Avoid unnecessary stress. Small factors can influence performance more than many people realize. Before we finish, there is one final warning every viewer should hear. Whenever major government programs or regulatory changes receive media attention, scammers quickly attempt to take advantage of public confusion. Some may claim they can guarantee test results. Others may promise special exemptions. Some may pretend to represent government agencies and request personal information or payments. Be extremely cautious. Legitimate DMV offices do not demand payment through gift cards, cryptocurrency, or suspicious third-party services. If you receive a questionable call, email, text message, or social media message, verify everything directly with your state's official agency. Protecting your personal information is just as important as protecting your driver's license. The bottom line is simple. The best defense against unexpected renewal problems is preparation. Stay informed. Know your state's requirements. Review current driving laws. Take care of your health. Protect your vision, practice your driving skills, and never assume that information from unofficial sources is accurate. For millions of Americans over 55, driving remains an essential part of maintaining independence, freedom, and quality of life. By preparing today, you can help ensure that you remain confident, informed, and ready for whatever requirements your state may introduce in 2026. Thank you for watching, and remember, the sooner you prepare, the easier the renewal process is likely to be.